what is the difference between your generation and today's generation?
Well, one of the biggest difference between the generations is the experiences. Meaning, the things that I experienced during my generation, this generation has never experienced it because it was no longer available. And back then, you had like older people, like live in the neighborhood. People live in the neighborhood. They would tell you what to do, and you had to follow their instructions, and they make sure you was in line.
Right,
Dealing with today, you really don't have that because people don't
right.
want you to tell their children what to do.
Yep. Yeah,
So
with that being said, I don't mean to cut you off though. Just to add to that, is nowadays is they lacking, they missing the any type of figure. I ain't even gonna say father figure, mother figure, uncle. They just missing any type of figure in the house because they just running the streets nowadays. See what I'm saying? So they learning off of pretty much the land, living off experience. See what I'm saying?
yeah, well, if you look at back then and today, right?
Mm-hmm.
Parents was always in the house,
Right.
right? Since that, you had restrictions and you had boundaries. And
Mm-hmm.
today, those boundaries are off. Most parents are probably working two jobs just to ends meet, so they don't have that time to spend with them.
Mm-hmm.
So they basically like spending time with each other.
Right.
And with that being said, one is leading the other.
Mm-hmm.
But what you need is like mentorship.
Right.
Someone to mentor them and give them direction. So organizations have to like reach out and grab the ones that could be reached because you have to have the right attitude. Attitude is important in everything. Some younger people that I come in contact with, they want to be taught. They want the information. They don't have nobody to give it to them.
Right.
So the things that I experienced, they would never experience.
Mm-hmm.
I can see the difference between now and then, and I try not to take people back during that time because to take them back, they won't understand it. Because even in the 80s, there was different eras and started doing things differently. 80s became more free. Things
Right.
more wide open than they were then.
Right.
As they is today. So that was like the kickstart of everything to come.
Right.
Right? So when you look at today's generation, just looking at it like, what is the Mars generation doing?
Mm-hmm.
This generation does these type of activities. I always say this, right? And I ask the person this one,
Yeah.
just to get a response from them. If you ever had an experience with a young person that didn't know, didn't know a lot of information, was ignorant about a lot of stuff,
Right.
and the conversation became hostile, how did that make you feel? So I'm asking you the question.
To tell you the truth, I'm gonna be honest with you. I try not to put myself in a situation with these kids, the younger generation, because speaking as far as dealing with them on the outside is totally different. As far as just the respect, the attitude, the mentality, and nowadays it's this social media world that we're living in. As far as Instagram, instant gratification, everything you can think of is just they want to do right then and there. So they just always looking for what they call 15 seconds of fame. So with the kids now, the mentality is just is brainwashed, literally. Even though since the beginning of time, the Europeans been brainwashing us, enslaving us. But it's like you said, some kids you can talk to, get through to them, and then some kids they just want to just try to make a name for themselves. And you gotta be able to cipher through the ones and sometimes think for others also, and just do the best you can as far as keeping your composure and try to guide the kids and give them some words of wisdom like you do as far as your lessons and your paths and the people you done dealt with, as far as being incarcerated and also being free.
This
So
call is from a federal prison.
Well, when you're dealing with people that want to make a reputation for themselves, that is short-lived.
right.
Because once you make that reputation,
Right.
you go to prison, right?
Right,
You
but
go to prison.
that's what I'm saying. As far as speaking on the other side, and I know you've been incarcerated for a while, so for me to even try to, get you to understand how these kids are in the world with this internet and this phone thing, you would have to see it for yourself to really understand and really to see it, man, and believe it, man, because it's something like you would never think of, man. Even for example, like the guy Big Meech, he just came home, right? The man just did what, 30 years or whatever. He was glorified as this and that. And now even he has come home and adapted and got on the social media. And every time you turn on your phone, you see something with him on there talking mess to somebody or somebody trying to tear his name, talking about how and it's just like they just get caught up in the social media so quick. The man, you know what I'm saying?
You're looking at people. I'll give you a classic example.
Mm-hmm.
If people just watch a lot of TV, right?
Right.
So that's basically dead now.
Mm-hmm.
So things evolve, right?
Yeah.
And as things evolve, the internet evolves. They come up with new websites.
Right.
They come up with new features on the websites. So things are always going to evolve.
Right.
And what happens is when you see the evolution, you understand the evolution.
Uh-huh.
Like, social media to me is more like a group activity, meaning they want people to come together in groups, communicate, right?
Yeah.
So it's communication.
Right.
So if you look at it from the point of group communication, now the Congress is censoring everything everybody's doing,
Mm-hmm.
but at the same time, on that group communication, what is the topic? Like, what are we going to talk about? What are we going to discuss?
Right.
So when you have an opportunity to interject and you start controlling
Uh-huh.
the subject, right, of what you're talking about. So now you can correct some of the errors in the sense to say that if we're talking about a subject and the person is misinformed or uninformed about the subject itself,
Mm-hmm.
right? Because you got to have a base of information, right? It's like watching the news. If I watch the news, I know the news is going to give me the effects of everything just happened, right? But I don't know the cause. If I don't know the cause of why this thing is transpiring, all I'm doing is looking at the effects of it, right? So once I understand the causes, then it could be any type of effects. Anything can happen from any type of cause, right? So when you look at now cause and effect, you're looking at the cause being the individuals and having an opportunity to communicate with other individuals. And now one is educating itself, right?
Right.
One is like being informed, because you can be informed, you can be educated, right?
Mm-hmm.
You could be entertained, right? So a lot of times you have to look at the conversations, what they're talking about. Even, being in prison, some of the conversations that people have, right? You can be like way out there, like, you know what I mean? You'd be like, it's nonsensical.
Mm-hmm.
And like, that don't even make sense, and it won't work. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
You're always going to have that because of why? Why are you going to have that? Because of ignorance, not really knowing.
And that's the thing. A lot of these kids nowadays, they think they know it all. So it's like you can't tell somebody that somebody think they know it all, what's right or what's wrong and what's, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, what happens is it's like you can listen to, I can listen to a conversation, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it gives me an idea of what this person is missing,
Mm-hmm.
what we can build from, right? We're always having the conversation. We always can agree upon some point, right? I mean, and you try to find a point where there's something that we can agree upon, right? And if we can agree upon that one thing, right,
Mm-hmm.
then that takes us to the next thing. So what happens is, it's not, in the whole conversation, there are a lot of different topics in the conversation. There are a lot of different things that can happen and transpire, cause and effects, but you got to find something that you can agree upon and build upon there. So when you say as far as like teaching them, right, you might can't teach them, but you can find something that y'all agree upon.
Right.
Right? Hey, the phone's ready to cut off like 30 seconds, man.
Okay.
So what I'll do is I'll hit you back up in about a week or so, right?
Okay.
Hey, did you